Hi guys, and welcome back to DIY Ideas. My name is Laura, and today I thought let's have a look at the full patent. It's a really nice knitting technique that you can make something like really fluffy with, that has a lot of relief, that has a lot of volume, that has these rows here, it has a lot of depth. There's some nice shading here, and the full patent is the exact same on both sides. Okay, so yeah, it's great for things you might see from both sides, like for example, a scarf or, maybe a turtleneck, sweatshirt, because you can also see the inside of the sweatshirt as well. And it's just really, extra cozy and extra warming because it's really thick. And it just feels really, really nicely. Also while crocheting, while knitting, I think. And yeah, I don't think it's as hard as you might imagine. The full patent is a little different from the half patent, which is this one here, because the half patent is different on both sides. And because it's has only one side of patent, so it's it uses less yarn as full patent. So the full patent is even thicker and obviously uses a lot more yarn, as if you were to just knit, regularly, but it just feels so great. Yeah. Okay, and because we are using so much yarn, it can feel kind of funny if you are kind of following a knitting chart or whatever, and it's the first time you're knitting with this, because sometimes the clothing can look kind of a little thinner or a little like smaller than it should look. But then go ahead and just wash it and kind of stretch it, and then there will be a lot of change in the structure, and it'll just make more sense as we go on. Okay, so for the full patent, which is similar to the half patent, we start with an uneven amount of stitches here. An even one would also work, but if you want both borders to be identical, so symmetrical, so if you were to start with a knit stitch maybe, and then continue with a slip one yarn over, then you want to also finish with that, just so that it's nice and even, so that it's nice and symmetrical. We want obviously both sides to look the same. If you do rounds, then you have to choose an even amount of stitches, so that's left, right, left, right, left, right, and then it works out. So if it's rounds, then do even numbers, and if it's like this, then do uneven. And then go ahead and start really nice and loose. You don't want to pull it too tight. Maybe use a knitting needle slightly higher, or just make sure it's all really nice and loose. It doesn't matter if it's full patent or half patent, but it's all very stretchy, so we don't really want everything to be really small at the bottom because we started too tight. Okay, let's look at the knitting chart. So we are doing this here from right to left, and then from left to right, and then again from right to left. These are our corners here, our borders. You can do there whatever you want. It could be either knit stitches or maybe a knotted edge. I'm going to show you what I will do to have a nice kind of border here. So we have the border, then we have our repeat here. It's 2 stitches. It'll always be repeated, as the name says, and it's obviously an even number, but because we want it all to be even and symmetrical, at the end, after all the repeats, basically as often as you want, and then we do another stitch here, which is a mirror of the very first one. Okay, that's what we need, an uneven amount of stitches. We start with a slip 1 yarn over, then a knit stitch, then a slip 1 yarn over, and then a knit stitch, and repeat, and then we finish it with a slip 1 yarn over, and then we have a border, and then we will start with row number 2. So the first one is kind of the prepping, and then the next one starts with the border, and then the ones that we had beforehand as a slip-on yarn over, we will do it now as a knit double stitch together, and then again slip-on yarn over, and then again knit double stitch together, and then we have a border. And then for row number 3 we have the border again, and then we kind of repeat row number 2 but mirrored. Okay, just like that until we get back to the border. It's pretty simple. Let's try it out. I got a big wool here just so you can see it a little better. Okay, so here we have an uneven amount of stitches. It's 11 in my case. And if you're not really sure how to start with a crossed cast on, then look at that video that I have posted. But I will start here directly with the border. The first one will be a knit stitch, and the last one is always going to be a knit stitch. And starting with row 2, it'll then just be a slip stitch. Okay, so this one's a knit stitch, and then I can start with the slip-on yarn over. This is the first one of the repeat. Okay, just like this. I will pull the thread forward, go into the stitch as if I was, doing it normally, but I will not actually get the thread, but I will just slip it over here. So what's interesting is that, we never do really a slip stitch, but yeah, we just do this slip-on yarn over. And this is a knit stitch, very normally. The next one is slip-on yarn over. So I'll pull it forward, and then I will just slip it over to the other needle. And then the next one again is a knit stitch. And now we obviously will end with a slip-on yarn over as we had started, so it's nice and symmetrical. And then the very last one here is just a knit stitch for our nice border. Okay, so I'm just gonna have to pull a little more wool here. Okay, that should be enough for now. So row number 1 is done. That was our prep row. Now row 2 and 3 will keep repeating. The first one here, we will just slip over and we'll put the thread into the front. I'll just wrap it around my fingers here so it doesn't feel so weird. Usually I'll just go in here and put it on my needle. And then I just slip it over. And now I have my thread again behind. This is the next one here, which is a knit double stitch together. Okay, so we go in here into the double stitch and just do a knit stitch. Then the next one again is a slip-on yarn over. So every thing that would usually be like a slip stitch is kind of where you see this little bump here. We will not do these just a regular one. We always will do a slip-on yarn over. So this is the double one again. So this is a knit stitch, but a double one together. Okay, now again, slip-on yarn over, and this was what we'll do until the end of the row. Okay, row 3. We will go again from right to left. So the first thing here again is a border. So that's just a slip over. Okay, then pull the thread in the back, or in this case actually in the front, because this is our old slip-on yarn over. But yeah, this one we will start here. Then we have our knit double stitch together. But yeah, in theory, this is all just mirrored. So anytime we see a double stitch from the row before, then we will do a knit double stitch together. And every time we see this one here, we will just do a slip one yarn over. Okay, and then here we are. The first thing I will do is I will pull the first one over like a slip stitch, and then the big ones here, the doubles, we will just do a knit stitch. And the last one here, we can pull over the new one, just like that. And then this stitch, we do regularly as a left stitch. And here, the last one, we pull over the new one. And just like that, we just go through the whole work. If we have a very, or if you want to have a very like stretchy border, then you can go, and instead of doing the last one over the new one, you can do another knit stitch. So you would have 2 stitches here. And so we could not just pull that over this one, but we would just go with both of them here in a knit stitch. Okay, so we would grab it here and we'll pull it through. Okay, so that would be an even stretchier border. So maybe try it out and see what you like best. This one, obviously, I will continue as I started, so otherwise it will obviously look weird. But please let me know in the comments which your favorite was. Yeah. That would be really interesting for me. Okay, guys. So this was basically, yeah, the basics, and yeah, for the full patent. I hope this was interesting to you, and yeah, how to deal with this. If you want to see how you do this in rounds, then I will gladly make another video, yeah, on that topic. And I made actually another video on the topics of half patterns. That's, you know, pretty informative for sure. So yeah, let me know in the comments what other things you would like to see, what kind of patterns, what kind of projects, and see you next time here at DIY Ideas. Bye, guys.